Okay, now we're gonna practice the Dvorak Symphony number 4, movement 4, and the excerpt for the audition is from letter C to letter D in the on the last movement. Okay, and I'll try to play through it one time, and then we'll try to do some work on it. Ready, go. That was all right. Okay, let me do it one more time for you so it's nice and clean. It's a little better. Okay, so this excerpt has this is, by the way, this is metronome 80, the quarter note. This is under tempo. I like to make all the videos under tempo so that you can practice along with me. Okay, so here we have the chords. Let me stop the metronome for a minute so that we can work on this. The chords are usually, I was doing 3 notes, but that's kind of hard to play 3 notes at once. So if you can do it, nice and clean, be my guest. Otherwise, I prefer that you do the top 2 notes. Okay, maybe you can roll the D, but that's kind of easy. Okay, but still you can do, that's fine. Okay, the top 2 notes. Then you go to the second finger, and the bowings that are the most common bowing for this piece, this is a very standard orchestra piece, is to do up, up, always on the 8th note, tan, ta, ta, up, up, tan, ta, ta, up, up. So for that passage, there are a few options. Here, definitely. Okay, now some people can do, they can do 1 on that D. Okay, that's a lot of shift. That's fine, that's fine. I prefer, you can do 1, and then shift on the C, or you can do, you do a 2 again there, then you do, see, you got 4 notes without shifting on one beat, ta 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 ta. Then the next beat shift on the B flat, then, so that's good for drilling. Anything that is a square pattern is good for drilling. So I prefer that fingering for that reason. So then here, same thing. Okay, so you can do, and then switch. Okay, that's an option. Now for that one, I also have another fingering, which is you can shift there on the A, B. Okay, you can do, because sometimes this one could be a little tricky. So I've been fooling around with it. So you can, some of you already, I gave you fingerings I think it's a better option to switch, believe it or not, to switch just before the B flat on that measure. Right there. Okay. Okay, and then that C sharp is hard to get in tune. So I have done and like a lot of shifts on that measure, but it's always with 1 and 2, which are very strong, solid fingers, and that is okay. If you practice it, it's okay. It's better for tuning. It's not a fingering that would be, you know, one of those fingers that go by the book, but then these two fingers sometimes are very handy for fast shifts. They move fast instead of, you know, using big patterns. But it depends on the passage. Here, because we use first position so much between 1 and 3, this is very practical right here to do. See, the hand just moves so easily that way. And then you got your D in tune. And then you have the C sharp right there. Okay? Because you do the other fingering that I wrote there. Then you got to find that C sharp. And I can find it, you know, but I know that it's not easy to find it. Now, what is the advantage of my fingering? That you do less shifts. All the way there, you don't shift anymore. You shift here, and then you don't shift anymore. When you go fast, it's good. But then 1, 2 moves fast too. But this is one less shift is always good. See? Or either or, okay? But that's the reason why I did the ending on the 4th finger. If you do the 1, 2, is good. In tune and then C sharp and you're set, okay? Highly recommended the one with the extra shift on the 1, 2. So here, from the beginning of the line, let me just play that. Very slowly you play along with me. 1 and 2 and. So the last D there with 3rd finger, so that you're ready for the chord. Let's do that again. Beginning of the line. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 after C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 after C, which is line number 5. Get your D, 1 and 2 and. And again, 1 and 2 and. And one last time. Ready? Find your D, 1 and 2 and. Okay? All right, so the next passage is pretty much the same. The double up, and then how do you find that note? You pretty much have to practice it until you get it. Okay, so now the way you do this is you have to slide with the lower finger. Okay, you don't have to jump like this. Like that. You're gonna slide with the 2nd finger. That's gonna be like your traveling finger. We call that the guiding finger. Okay? Now you can practice, this is as easy. You can practice like sliding it to the A. You slide it to the A, right? On a down bow. all that on a down bow, just to get the distance, because eventually you're gonna have to just go. So, and then, and again. Okay, and then you're gonna go. See, that's good, because then you got the A already set, because you're gonna play C, B, A, G, all those are in position there. 4, 3, 2, 1, very close, but that's it. Now, what do we do after that? I do 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, okay? There are not many, I mean, there is not an easy fingering after that, but at least that far is good. That's how you're gonna practice that. Down bow, and then the F with the third finger. Eventually, and then eventually what you do is that you go, you see, you as soon as you put the fourth finger down, it's almost before you put the second finger down, and when you're gonna put the fourth finger, you're traveling with the second. When you feel that you're getting to the A, you put the 4 down. Okay, that's when it's like really fast. Plus, I'm not really jumping like, you know, from a cliff. I'm traveling with my second finger, and then if you practice that a lot, then you kind of know when you arrived, and then you put the fourth finger down and the C will be there. Okay, so then 3, 2, 1, and here you have a few options. One of my fingerings that I wrote in my music, if you have my music, is go to fourth position, then so then A with first, fourth position, 4, 1, 2, 1, and then 4, and then jump down. Okay, now this one is okay. It's gonna be reversed if you follow the bowing exactly. By the way, this is a hooked bow. It's traditionally a hooked bow. Okay, it's not. Some of you are doing that. Don't do that. Nobody uses that bowing. Okay, it's a hooked bow. Then, okay. Now the other fingering that I've been using lately, because I find it that it's a little bit complicated, but at the same time, it moves faster because it's really fast. You know, it's just so crazy up there. You know, when you come from, because it's kind of crazy there. So I've been using this fingering for the very end there. Then go to third position and play the E with fourth finger, because then you don't have to do, but you got to shift there. Then you only shift down on the F sharp at the very end. So now you have to be able to get this. That's an option, okay? You come up with your own fingerings there that you think is more comfortable and you can do it quicker. You know, there's another option which is no. If you don't do the double stop and you stay in fourth position the whole time, and then you have all this crossing. I mean, I don't know. You can come up with your own fingering, but my advice is do either this fingering, fourth position, A, first finger, and then F, first finger. Okay, and you don't have to roll the chord. You can just do 2 notes, or even 1 is okay. And the other option is 4th finger, 3rd position, extension, 4th finger. Okay, so to finish this up, I am going to play through one last time with the metronome, and this is 80. This is 80. And I'm going to play one more time. I'm going to play one last time. Ready, go. Okay, so there you go. So you practice that a lot at 80, and when you're good to go, you start speeding it up. And if you're not ready even for 80 yet, do it slower. Just do it slower. That's it. Thank you for watching.